where am I? Mila.
Hey there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm all right, but where are we?
This is Balin's residence.
Who's that?
My cousin. You know, the one in Elympios? I could have sworn I mentioned him before.
So that must mean...
We made it to Elympios!
Rise and shine. How are you feeling?
Not bad.
I'm fine. Balin, I presume?
Yep, aka the guy who saved your butts. Not that it was a dramatic rescue or anything. Running into you was pure luck. Feel free to shower me with gratitude, though.
Sure. Hey, Balin, don't we seem, strange to you?
Maybe a little bit.
I'm surprised you recognize me. It's been 20 years.
That's Uncle's gun, huh? You should thank him for it.
It's a little tricky thanking the dead.
Oh, right. Good point. Huh, where is it?
Your cousin sure is interesting.
He's an odd bird, even for Elympios.
You looking at my leg?
No.
Jude!
Don't worry about it. Childhood mishap. Calibration complete.
Balin, stop.
Why?
Hey, that's...
I didn't think folks from the other side would have seen one of these before.
A Spyrex.
Hold your horses.
Huh?
Life would be a drag without it. Literally. Oh, you're probably all starving. Why don't you mosey around while I whip something up? It's your first time on this side, after all.
Welcome to Elympios, everyone. And welcome back to...
Suddenly we have more gold than we know what to do with.
Yeah, I never knew beating up monsters would be so lucrative.
How rich am I? 150,000, huh? And we got some level ups to take care of, so... may as well take care of them, I guess. But, welcome to Elympios, everyone. We're in the... well, we're in the last stretch of the game. The last act, as it were. And that's a good and a bad thing. So, from this point onward, and honestly maybe even a little bit earlier, Tales of Xillia's plot gets a little bit rushed. And what I mean by that is... so, Tales of Xillia was released for an anniversary of the Tales franchise. And so the developers wanted to get the game out, or probably the higher-ups. I'm sure the actual people working on the game wanted to make it as complete as possible. But whatever, I digress. It's not important at this point. But they wanted to get it out in time for the anniversary. So the last act of the game kind of gets rushed over because of it, because they, time crunches. They pretty much decided that, hey, we have to condense this so we can get it out in time. So pretty much at this point, some of the plot points are either very conveniently handled, or some are completely abandoned. Some that were main plots are kind of, they're kind of switched to skits and sub-events rather than the main stretch of the game. And similarly, Olympios isn't... Even though Olympios is supposedly like this huge world, even bigger than Rize Maxia, you only get to explore a small section of it. Only, like, less than 10 areas, I would say. I don't remember exactly. There's the city we're in. There's 2 high roads, I think, and then 2 dungeons, I think. If I'm recalling correctly. And even in the sequel, Xillia 2, Elympios isn't really expanded on that much, unfortunately. But we're here now. And one positive thing I will say about Olympios is that I really dig the music that's here. It's a very different feeling than the rest of the game, specifically Rize Maxia, and I find it a lot more memorable because of it. Like, well, first we have a skit, so let's go with that.
Is it really you?
Do I look like someone else?
No. You're Mila, all right.
And yourself? You seem different from last I saw you.
Really?
A little bit. Looks like you grew up without me.
Could be. It doesn't change who I am, though. It's good to see you again.
Same to you.
Well, as I was saying, the rest of the music, because Olympios has a different aesthetic and feel than Rize Maxia, of course. It's a lot more modern, so the soundtrack is a lot more jazzy and such. And I like the Olympios music a lot, and it's some of the tracks in the game that I remember the most. And that's kind of a criticism I have in the game in general, but I'll talk about that I'll talk about that more later. I guess I should finish my thought. A criticism I have in the game in general is that I don't find a lot of the music as memorable. But Olympios music, so this city and the ESS Anithra we were on, have sounds that have music that I like a lot. Anyway, we got another skit, Mila's Return.
Oh, it is you! I never forget what these feel like!
Stop it, Tipo. Let go.
No, it's what you get for making us worry! That's right. I want a hug too! Leave some room for me!
Even you, Leia?
No point trying to fight it.
Fine. I surrender. I'm sorry for what I put you all through. That includes you, Alvin.
That's really not necessary.
No need to be coy, or Mila won't let you into the group hug.
What, you plan on joining in too?
I don't mind.
Very well then.
And I'm out.
Alright then. But anyway, we have this guy to talk to here for a new sub-event, because a good chunk of them have opened up now that we're in Olympios. If I could just get my hands on one of those, my world-changing invention would be complete. You there, if you can track down something for me, I'll pay you very well for your efforts. How about it? Yeah, sure. The thing I'm looking for is a Navi medal. With it, I'll be able to complete the greatest invention this world has ever seen. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what it is. I can't risk tipping my hand to my competitors. Yeah, sure. Do we have a Navi medal? No, we don't. There's a chance you could have one because you can get them from the gentleman enemies in the Ice Caverns and Lava Tube back in Rize Maxia. But for now, I guess we're not going to be able to get one until one of the dungeons in Olympia. So we'll have to remember this here. Okay. Well, let's head outside. Let's head downstairs. Let's see, what are the room numbers? Because, yeah, we want to head into this room.
Hey, you're using a Spyrix too.
You mean this?
Me and my grandma use them too.
Really?
My granddaughter and I both have a cardiovascular disease, and we've had medical Spyrixes implanted to help with them.
I bet it hurt really bad when you put it on, huh?
Yes, it did.
But you just have to bear the pain. 'Cause without Spyrex, we wouldn't be able to live normal lives.
I see.
You're so brave for being so young. Yeah, totally. My grandma always says that.
Thanks to the advance in medical Spyrex technology, we've been able to overcome our illnesses. We'll never forget what Dr. Mathis did for us. May his soul rest in peace.
Mathis?
That's the same as your last name, Jude.
Dr. Mathis is the one who created my Spyrex. But he died in a boat accident a long time ago.
This whole time, I only saw Spyrex as harmful. I never considered it could actually help people.
So, that's how this world sees the disappearance of the ESS Zenithra, huh? Just a boat accident out at sea. But no, people from on the Zenithra just are living, well, some of them are living in Rize Maxia, like Jude's dad, Derek, I believe his name was. And then, of course, a lot of them were killed by Mila and us and Muse. And yeah, that's an interesting perspective that I've been kind of waiting for. That Spyrex isn't necessarily... The intentions behind Spyrex aren't evil, I should say. It still kills spirits. Let's not mince words there. But, like, people develop these technologies for a reason, and it's not just to be evil. They do it because it, like, makes their lives so much easier. And that's not really... Well, first we have another sub-event.
Did you hear they're planning to raise the Spyrex tax again?
It's all because of that Otherworld reactor plan thing, right? Honestly, what is the government doing? I'm sure everything will turn out fine on Rize whatever without our help.
So you think we should just leave them be?
Hey, nobody said that. We should pay their people fair compensation and promise to help them with their development.
Pay them with what, though? Our tax money? It's not like we're any better off.
Well, you'd hope the government thinks of something instead of digging into our pockets. Either way, someone's got to figure out this energy crisis, or we'll all be gone in a few years.
Ugh, I can't even worry that far ahead. I've got my hands full just worrying about today.
I guess you can't make everyone happy.
Must be nice to be so self-absorbed.
That's just how people are.
I'd be much more scared of a society where people were afraid to speak their minds.
Yeah, that's true.
As I was saying... What was I saying? Right, it's just Spyrex was developed in this country, or this world, I guess, because of a need, and because these people can't communicate with spirits, they're not exactly as, I guess, compassionate or empathetic towards what's happening with spirits, because it's something they can't even see. And of course, that doesn't make it a right thing to do. Ideally, an alternative should be found. But, like, the technology wasn't developed for just to be pricks, right? Anyway, let's head out of this apartment.
This city is made of stone and metal.
This is the Olympian city of Trigleph. Welcome, visitors from Rize Maxia.
This lamp is casting light without channeling spirits.
Perhaps that cable is somehow conveying luminescent energy to that lamp.
How could they have possibly built a city this size without using spirit arts?
It's almost frightening.
Everyone here seems to be just like us.
Except for the part where none of them can channel spirits.
It's a whole different world, but the people are just like us.
It looks to be that way.
I think there's someone... Ah, here he is. We have a skip, but I'll check that in a second. We have another sub-event where we can talk to this guy. Oh, also, the one where we walked on people talking about what's going to be happening on Rize Maxia and taxes and all that. That continues, but we can't continue that for a little bit now. But first, let's talk to this guy. After working as a chef for over 60 years, I finally retired and left my restaurant to my son. But it's been a month now, and I still find myself thinking about food all the time. Lately, I've been hearing exciting rumors about a new dish called a croquet parfait. I'd love to try it, but I can't find one anywhere. Could you look for one for me? Yeah, of course. Thank you for granting an old man his silly wish. Now that I'm retired, the one thing I have is lots of is time. I'll be waiting right here when you're ready. Do we happen to have one of those? We sure do. Here you are, buddy. Here you are. This is a croquet parfait? What a magnificent concept! What a fabulous execution! In every bite, I can taste the creator's years of hard work and passion for the art of cooking. I've been a fool. I should have never retired. A chef isn't truly a chef unless he dies in the kitchen. Thanks to you, I've remembered the passion that inspired my culinary ambitions in the first place. Yeah, sure. You go back. Oh, we got a pipe and 10,000 gold for that. Tell me about the pipe. Sure. Was it this? Yeah, okay. I know Jude gets an alternate costume, but I was wondering, I guess we just don't have that yet. Because I'm pretty sure he does get one. Anyway, Skit, Cousin Balin.
I can't stand to hear Balin prattle on like that.
Really? I find him quite interesting.
He's been that way since he was a kid. That's how I knew it was him right away.
He's strange, but he's really nice.
I know. Unlike me.
Nobody's saying that.
But watch yourself around him. He has quite a mean streak. Do something embarrassing and he won't ever forget it. He'll torment you with it till your dying day.
Like what?
If he told you half the dirt he had on me, I'd never be able to show my face around you again. Just thinking about it makes my skin crawl.
You guys seem really close.
Well, I guess we were friends before he got all cynical.
Oh.
What's that? You jealous?
Absolutely not. You don't know what you're talking about.
That must be some intense dirt if that'll make him not show his face around us, but his, like, 20 million betrayals don't. Let's see. I think we want to head to the port. Yeah. So I think we have two things we can do. Well, first we have an actual cutscene first, I guess.
This city sure is strange. Yeah, I feel like there's something missing.
There's no nature.
Indeed. I haven't spied a single blade of grass, let alone a tree.
Is it because they're using Spyrex?
More likely because there aren't any spirits.
Exactly. As the spirits became scarce, all signs of nature withered with them. Elympios is in its death throes.
So this world needs spirits.
What was that?
Alvin, what does that poster say?
Support the Otherworld reactor plan. They were probably put out by a union of Spyrex-using merchants.
It sounds like they're really dependent on Spyrex.
You look like a deep-pocketed lot. Help us pull the plug on the reactor plan.
Tell me, old-timer, why do you need donations to stop the plan?
Filing official protests with the government isn't free, you know.
Phew! Did you take a bath in booze today?
What's the deal with this doll?
Count me in. I want to stop the Otherworld reactor plan.
Jude, wait.
Thank you, lad. Thank you.
I wonder how Gaius intends to stop the plan.
With Muse's power at his disposal, they could show up on this side at any moment.
That's true.
No point moping around on an empty stomach. Balin should have that food ready by now.
Elvin's homecoming.
From the nature to the culture, everything on Elympios seems so different. This is your homeland, right, Alvin?
Yep. The source of the Spyrex you hate so much.
You don't sound too happy about it. Didn't you want to return here more than anything?
Well, I thought I did. I wonder why I wanted to return to this doomed world.
It is true that its spirits have withered and its plants and animals are disappearing. But Elympios isn't over yet.
The people here brought this upon themselves by using Spyrex. You aren't even the real Maxwell. Do you really intend to save humans like that?
Yes, this is a human problem. And as you know, I'm quite fond of humans. Whether I'm Maxwell or not is beside the point.
I see. Glad to hear it.
Of course you wanted to return home, Alvin. It's your home, even if it is a world that's sort of on its last legs, right? Man, we don't really have a lot of things to upgrade the shops with. Oh, weapons and armors wanted the same thing, huh? That's fine. We'll donate what we can and upgrade what we can. Wrong one. Oh, we don't have anything to upgrade accessories with. Well, damn. That sure sucks. Yeah. Those are some wicked-looking gauntlets. And flint pole, huh? Is this fire? Sure is fire. And hey, it's the Flamberge! We had the Vorpal sword earlier, now we have the Flamberge. Hell yeah. And let's sell everything we don't need now. Oh, did I just buy it for the sake of buying it? Is our actual weapon better? What is Mila equipped with right now? A balanced blade. Okay. Well, buying it puts some stuff into the shop, so it's not all bad. We sure have the money for it now, anyway. And can we upgrade anyone's armor? Yeah, we can. Ooh, I should have. Yeah, I prefer what we have on Rowan right now, so that was a mistake to buy. Oh well.
The letters in the Olympian alphabet seem quite similar to the ones we use in Riza Maxia.
They're fundamentally the same. Get used to the cosmetic differences and you'll be reading fluent Olympian.
Yeah, Olympios' alphabet is pretty much the same as Rize Maxia. It, again, as Elvin said, it's just the cosmetic differences. But if you can translate Rize Maxia, just get used to the next set of letters and you'll be able to translate Elympion. And same with the calendar year, too. Olympios has the same calendar, though it's less fleshed out. The months and weeks don't have names or anything like Rize Maxian does, but it's about the same. Yeah, let's head to the port first and foremost. Because I do believe we can get sub-events here. Yep, here we have this guy right here. With all the talk about military action and energy crises flying around lately, society has been falling apart. And around here, normal people who don't carry Spyrex weapons are known as shadows. Oh, I accidentally skipped over something. In response, I've decided to form a self-defense force and stalk the stalkers. Will you help us? I'm going to decline, just so I can read what I missed again. Now there's a group of hooligans calling themselves the Shadow Stalkers who stalk and rob them. Okay. Yep, I accept. I tracked the Shadow Stalkers back to their hideout. It's on the Tourbalin High Road near Trigleph. It's up to us to protect ourselves now. Let's go get them. Yeah, sure, we will eventually when we leave Trigleph, but right now, leaving isn't our what our goal is. But we do have another sub-event to get right over here. You idiot! You better not pull anything like this ever again. Come on, boss. There's no need to get so upset. I'm sorry I made a deal without telling you, but it did bring in a lot of profit.
It's not a matter of profit. It's a matter of responsibility.
Well, I take full responsibility for my actions. If you don't like them, then you can go ahead and fire me.
That's not taking responsibility. That's just hubris. Did you ever stop to think about how your decision affected the other employees?
Well,
We may be a small company, but I consider my employees and their families with every decision I make. They follow my instructions because they trust that I'm aware of my responsibility towards them. If I allowed you to do whatever you wanted, it would destroy that trust.
Sorry, I don't really get it.
Yeah? Well, you'll understand someday. A day will come when you have to make decisions while bearing the burden of true responsibility.
I don't really get what they're talking about. Old people always get angry with younger people. Are they just jealous of their youth? I can appreciate what the merchant is saying. Making decisions with the full weight of responsibility behind them is extraordinarily difficult to do. That's what you did on the battlefield, isn't it?
Indeed, with people's very lives at stake.
I can't even imagine how hard that must have been.
And of course, with more than my share of doubt and regret. The most important thing, Jude, is to face your challenges head on.
Right. Yeah, I think the thing that stuck out to me most about that exchange is the merchant telling him that that's not taking responsibility, that's just hubris. I think... Because, yeah, taking responsibility isn't just, yeah, whatever, I'll do this and accept any consequences. It's actually considering, like, the consequences of what you're doing and making sure that, like, those consequences are your, like... It's a fine line, right? But, like, understanding the consequences and weighing whether those consequences are worth what you're doing or what you intend to do. It's hard to put into words exactly, but yeah, there is definitely a difference there. And it's a hard one to point down. Anyway.
Heading out?
I'm off to Helioborg. I hear the results of some new Spyrex research just came in.
Oh, right. You did say you were an engineer. Well, hey, Balin buddy! Where's our chow?
I put together a real nice spread back in my apartment. Feel free to dig in.
Thank you so much!
If you don't mind me asking, where exactly did you find us?
Out past Helioborg, where I'm heading now. You were sprawled at the foot of the hill on the other side of the complex.
Thank you.
No problem. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.
How did he bring us back, I wonder? Also, codename Pressa.
Alvin, was Pressa her real name?
No. It was her alias as an Ajul spy.
You and Pressa were friends, right? When she fell, why didn't you call her by her real name?
'Cause I forgot it. I can't be expected to remember every little thing.
That's horrible! You really are a jerk!
Why lie about forgetting her name?
When Pressa was a kid, she was abandoned by her family. So she always hated the name they gave her.
So that's why you...
That's why nothing. When I couldn't grab her hand, I was everything they said and a whole lot worse.
Did the game ever tell us her real name? I don't think so. I believe it's told in a short story, if I'm not mistaken, but it's Jill Lewin, I believe. Hey bud, we'll get you your Navi medal later, but first we must chow down.
So, what's everyone's plans from here on out? If we head to that spot Balin mentioned, we might be able to get back to Rize Maxia.
Oh, I see. That's why you asked.
Although, I'm not planning to leave until I find a way to help both Rize Maxia and Elympios.
Is there any way we can help?
Of course. I doubt I could figure things out alone. Just having you here would be a huge morale boost.
We mustn't underestimate the circumstance, though. We must contend with Spyrix devices, the Otherworld reactor plan, and even Gaius.
That's why you want us all to decide for ourselves.
Try to head back home or figure things out here, huh? Wow, that's tough.
I realized something once we landed on this side. We can't eliminate Spyrix from Elympios, but we still need to get rid of the schism. It's a real conundrum. I want to figure out what I can do about this.
Well, you know I won't agree to anything that hurts my own people.
But we need to find something to help the spirits as well.
I have something to say. If we can't eliminate Spyrix, then I will take the extra effort to watch over and protect the birth of new spirits, so their numbers stay intact.
But that means...
Spirits are another part of nature's cycle, just like humans. I will find a way to support them both.
You sure about this?
I've thought long and hard about this. Jude, if you're convinced that we can't get rid of Spyrix, then I won't argue. But we can't waste time debating this. We need to head to Helioborg.
She's got a point. Any place working on Spyrix research is probably involved in the Otherworld reactor plan.
Can I get answers from everybody by the time we get there?
Okay.
Is my role to offer support, or is it to lead?
That's an answer you'll have to find yourself, Rowan. Agria's parting blow.
What should I have done? Leia's been really sad recently.
Is it about Agria?
She slapped Leia's hand away even though Leia was trying to save her. Why'd she have to be so cruel?
A little cruelty won't kill Leia. She must have struck some sort of nerve in Agria. Some part of herself that she just couldn't let go.
Why are you taking Agria's side?
I'm not taking her side. I just understand her is all. I know what it's like to get trapped in a prison of one's own design.
So what could we have done?
If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't have attacked you the way I did. But I do know one thing. Leia didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Earned title, religious skit viewer. How many skits is that? But yeah, of course Leia didn't do anything wrong. She was just trying to help people, and that's not 170. And that's not a bad thing. Agria just had her own little hang-ups to get over herself, right? Yeah. Now our main goal is to head to the Helioborg Fortress, but I think I'll save that for next time. Thank you so very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed.
I'll see you then.